The Leagues of Wotan are made up of living members and the constructs known as Ironkin. The Ironkin often have specialized talents based on the League's needs, and it's not different for Ammuk, Keen Eye. Memnir strategists are superlative martial tacticians. They can extrapolate a foe's plans so well that their advice borders on supernatural precognition, enabling the kin to strike devastating blows when least expected. While their martial prowess leaves room for improvement, their cunning plans enable the more aggressive members of their armies, like the Ironkin Steeljacks, shock troops of superior size and bulk, blessed with unnerving aim and wielding heavy vulcanite disintegrators to slay even the strongest foes. Hey, it's Tacticus, and today we're going to have a look at the Steeljack. Oh wait, Ammuk is also there. You'll learn what I mean by this soon enough. He's a rare character you'll be first able to unlock in his hero release event on the 22nd of March. Ammuk Keen Eye is one of them kids always playing with his iPad. Look, he not only has a nice holder for it, but also an extra arm with a stylus to, I don't know, make even faster inputs, I guess. Ammuk sports a cool robe, a backpack full of tendrils similar to the mechadendrites of the Ammuk. He also has no face. No, really, he probably doesn't have one. He is a robot. Or an Ironkin, as they're called in Wotan society. A pretty advanced one at that, and as a Memnir strategist, his job isn't fighting, but buffing, so no problem if he plays his tablet the whole time. He's actually doing work. His passive, predictive guidance makes Wotan and mechanical units deal extra damage to enemies within 2 hexes of him. Having it affect the enemy and not the fighters means a limited range, but helping out more allies potentially, especially against skill trait bosses. For enemies that stood still in their turn, melee attacks against them are boosted, while ranged attacks are better against units that did move. Wotan units also score an additional hit, but this will probably click at some point where we get a Wotan character that makes it worth it. For now, the extra damage for mechanical units is the same as an Eltion buff, but as it works on special attacks too, it's old-time Eltion back, for the mechanical team at least, but only affecting one type of attack. And really, you only care about Exitor much, so this is only useful for bosses that you can prevent from moving. The Silent King or the Screamer Killer come to mind immediately. As the shooting attacks from the other members aren't affected, and we've got a pretty optimized team by now, I guess this will be a niche bench character that can sometimes help you squeeze a little extra damage out. He's a slightly better mechanical specialized Eltion basically. I do love that Snowprint have added a specific debuff symbol, so you can easily see which kind of attack is buffed right now. A member of the team that will certainly profit from Ammuk's buff is the Ironkin Steeljack. While Ammuk can be useful in a mechanical guild raid team, this thing is the star of the show everywhere else. The Steeljack can be summoned by Ammuk's active in an adjacent hex and immediately attacks. And boy is it beefy. Both it and Ammuk are not only mechanical, helping per pro if needs be, but also profit from the prioritized efficiency faction trait that enhances their offensive values by 25% to begin with and grants them an extra move, but switches to a defensive mode decreasing incoming damage by a third instead after using an active. When the Steeljack is first summoned, he starts in hostile acquisition mode and does the extra damage. But since Ammuk will have used his active at this point, from then on both are in the defensive fortify takeover mode. The Steeljack doesn't have an ability, so the only possibility to hop back over into offensive mode is to pair the two with another Wotan character. And somehow the Steeljack itself doesn't have a cool rune effect showing his mode, so you have to remember. Looking at their stats, I'll do a combined show, as the Steeljack is generally the more impressive between them. Ammuk is quite slow at move 2 only has a 1-hit physical melee attack. It's the 7th last place against enemies without armor, and the bonus isn't helping much. You'll summon the Steeljack as early as you can anyways. Against infinite armor, He's 4th last place with the bonus hardly lifting him up. You can boost it with the crit item and booster, but really it doesn't matter much. This is not an attacking character. He can get a defensive item and no block chance either. The Steeljack similarly also only has move 2. However, he has 2 hits of physical and melee, and a ranged attack with the 30% pierce that comes with the energy damage type. As a big target, he can shield Ammuk from ranged hits some, and himself can shoot in Overwatch. He's even especially well at it, ignoring hit reductions on his Overwatch, and if he ends his turn next to a Wotan character, he will start in Overwatch mode despite already attacking. He will get the additional hit against enemies affected by Ammuk, increasing his attack by 50% most of the time. Attacking twice regularly with increased damage while shielding its master, what's not to love? Well, the Steeljack is still a summon, so you can't control where it applies its damage, and you know as well as me that the rules governing summons don't always mean they'll attack a good target. If he attacks, it's quite formidable though. His melee against unarmored enemies is well above average, especially in the turn he's summoned. Of course, the physical profile lets him down greatly against high armor, deploying against enemies with little armor or better yet, in a way it can shoot is advised. Ranged, the Steeljack is place 8, just a little better than Morven attacking unarmored targets. In the turn it comes out, or any other turn you have the aggressive mode going, it's even place 5, eclipsing Lucian's normal attack. Against infinite armor, the pierce drags our mechanical friend down a little, but he still does above average damage. Here the bonus gets him to the levels of Taumachus, and well above Tan. But keep in mind, I am discounting the extra hit for another 50% more damage against enemies affected by Ammuk. In the turn, you use his active, deploying the Steeljack in a way it will attack an enemy that has moved the previous turn, will get you a shot that will be truly formidable. It's 3-hit, basically Eltron boosted hostile acquisition boosters blast, even in first place against infinite armor. And that's not a highly situational thing. We're talking here about something you can easily do in most battles. And you'll still be in Overwatch if another enemy comes the turn after, although you're now missing the damage boost from hostile acquisitions. It's a shame most of the Steelkin's damage comes from shooting, while in a guild raid team you're trying to boost melee attacks. You can't have your cake and eat it here. For health, Ammuk is slightly above average, with a boost getting him up to a great effective health when in defensive mode. And as soon as you have enemy contact, you'll have that through summoning the Steeljack. The friendly giant in turn has a fantastic health stat to begin with, and will be effectively place 11 overall if you don't find a way to switch modes again. And while Ammuk's armor once again is good but not astounding, the Steeljack is even slightly better than Gulgord's or Ardrek at it. I think you've guessed by now that I really like the Steeljack. It's basically a 6th character. This is a beast, but not being able to pilot it and having Ammuk's greatest contribution be his buff means you want the two of them in optimal teams, or you can discount Ammuk himself. So where's Ammuk good? I've mentioned that I can see him as a bench character for some bosses in guild raids. He and his friend will be good fun in arena too, I reckon. In guild raid defense teams, I see them as excellent. Summons are always good, you effectively have another great character here, and with a few mechanical allies they should be great. In wave modes they are nice due to the Steelkin's action economy, but desperately need a fitting team to capitalize on Ammuk's buffs. In survival the Steelkin as any summon doesn't scale, and will swiftly fall off. For legendary events there's not too much to say. Melee only is hardly rare, and from the hits, one hit only of course stands out, but at 20 and 19 characters respectively is out there too. Without the Imperium you can only field 10 mechanical characters, so I could see that happen. Faction trades rarely happen, and if they do you don't have a choice either way. Lastly, physical is an often used restriction with only 11 characters without the Imperium and 20 without Chaos. Should we ever get a physical only mechanical track again, I could see him pair well with Tan, but otherwise I don't see much use in Ammuk for legendary events sadly. This is where I tell you to please use my referral code BAD60edu for 100 Blackstone and support me in game, but I'll also ask you to subscribe to my channel. We've already crossed a third of the subscribers to the next big milestone of 5,000. And the promo codes for milestones get better from 5,000 on, so this is an exciting target for me to reach. For mythical content we don't have a relic for Ammuk at this point, so we can only talk about his mythical journey. Mission 1 wants you to defeat 10 enemies with Ammuk's debuff in one battle for melee and ranged each. You can do both separately luckily, and Onslaught will make the best mode to do this, as the enemies there are easily manipulated into moving or not moving due to their instinctive behavior trait. And you don't have to kill with Ammuk, he's just a strategist if that helps. Similarly, Mission 2 even asks you to do damage with something else. 8,000 with a Steeljack. In one turn will make this a little harder, as it's a turn you can't combine Overwatch and the other attack. But even my hypothetical level 35 Steeljack was above 4,000 damage against no armor. Bring a Kalgar or an actual Alcyon and don't forget Actus to trigger him a second time in the same turn to easily reach this against weaker guild rate bosses or in arena. Summoning 20 times with Ammuk is a bit mean, as you only get one summon per battle. Using Onshi in arena, Salvage Run and Onslaught with Master and Blaster here can greatly speed this mission up. Mission 8 wants you to score 8 hits with the Steeljack in one turn. Be sure to place him so he attacks an enemy in Ammuk's debuff aura to ensure 3 hits from the get-go. Bring Toriad for an extra melee hit. 4 hits already. One trigger with Actus and you're done. Suboptimal damage, but you'll get the hits. You will have to do this in arena or guild raids though. You could also bring Vitruvius for the extra hit instead. Coupled with Exeter Row, this makes for a suboptimal, yet still quite effective guild raid team for this one mission. Mission 5 is a bit rude. 60,000 damage with the Steeljack will certainly happen, but 30,000 with Ammuk himself will take time to do. While tedious, that's still just grind, and with our newest tool in our arsenal, Hooter, to increase Ammuk's pierce a little, this should go over slow yet smooth. That's my thoughts on Ammuk for today. What do you think? Do you like him? Or should the Steeljack have been the character with Ammuk as a tag-along? Let me know in the comments. For now I leave you with some more videos to watch on screen. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you another time. Share this video with everyone who needs it and have a great day.